Hello, besties, and welcome to another music reaction. I bring you a song today from the legend Jim Croce, one of the greatest singer-songwriters America ever produced. Unfortunately, this guy, he left much too early before his time. He passed on in a plane crash in 1972 or 3, thereabouts. He's got a song today here called The Hard Way Every Time. It was requested for by Tim S. Let's go check this out.
I've had my share of broken dreams and more than a couple of falls. And in chasing what I thought were moonbeams, I have run into a couple of walls. But in looking back at the places I've been, the changes that I've left behind, I just look at myself to find learn the hard way every time. Cause I've had my share of good intentions and I've made my share of mistakes. And I've learned at times it's best to bend, cause if you don't, well, those are the breaks. Should have listened to all the things I was told, but I was young and too proud at the time. Now I look at myself to find learn the hard way every time.
This guy reminds me so much of John Denver. Those two are so similar, in my opinion, especially on this track. And spookily and sadly, they both passed the same way. From a plane crash at a very young age. Crouchy being much younger than Denver, but Denver was young still. Now, this song, it's probably a song that you could call the song for the young, but at the same time, it could also be a song for the old, an older guy who's like maybe reflecting, thinking of how his life would have been much easier if only he had gone a certain way or followed certain principles. And then for a younger guy, it could be like a warning. Son, do this right, or else you might end up regretting, in future and be like this person. I like the sentiments, I like the lyrics, and I can also relate to a lot of things that he talks about in this song. There are many things that I wished I knew when I was younger, and I'll be in a better place now. But I think that's just life. Life is there to leave, make mistakes, learn from it, and get better. It's not perfect. Let's go hear some more.
Learn the hard way every time. But in looking back at the lessons I've learned from the mountains I wanted to climb, I just look at myself to find learn the hard way every time. Cause I've had my share of broken dreams and more than a couple of falls. And in chasing what I thought were moonbeams, I have run into a couple of walls. But in looking back at the faces I've been, I would sure be the first one to say, when I look at myself today, wouldn't have done it any other way.
That's pretty interesting the way the song ended, because he said, looking back, he will never change a thing. He'll do those things all over again because he wouldn't be the man that he is today. And it was just what I was like saying when I said, that's life anyway. It's meant to be lived. You make mistakes, you learn from it, you get better. It's not perfect. Life was not meant to be perfect. So I totally, get his sentiments, because it'll be so boring. Imagine you just came through life and everything you did all the time was just like spot on. Everything was right. It's I don't know. That's not life for me. At the same time, I don't want to make like grave mistakes, insurmountable mistakes. I don't want to make those. But, make some mistakes along the way. But at the same time, have fun making those mistakes. And that's what life is all about. It's a beautiful song. I like it. Really, really reminded me of John Denver. Really did. If I heard the song, the guitar, and just the melody, I would say that's Denver. If I heard the voice, obviously I know it wasn't Denver. And that's why I said, just the melody to it. Maybe being played with a guitar or a piano. I'll be like, that sounds like a John Denver song. Fantastic. And he passed in 73, just say so on my screen now. 43. Oh my God, he was 30 years old. 30 years old. 30 years old. 1943 to 1973. I thought it was about 36 or something like that. 30 years old. That is so young. I think he's got that face like a much older guy. He's got that face like, you would think he was like 40 or something if you saw his picture. He was 30. Incredible stuff. So sad. But he left us with beautiful music, and for that we're thankful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, as usual, please don't forget to give the video a big like for me. Many thanks to you for that. If you found me today for the first time, I welcome you on board. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself enough to come back again. It's Harry. Stay cool, stay safe, stay beautiful in your hearts and soul, and keep making those mistakes. See you later. Bye bye.